I shared that screen with y'all over the week in our group thread. 4chan's really thinking that it's going to be Tulsi Gabbard because she did an interview with Megyn Kelly, and they were just like flirting with each other almost about the idea of like a woman VP for Trump, and it's just like, oh, we know like what's going to happen. Like they're like knowing smiles, like women are wont to do. You know what I mean, Charles?
Yeah.
I listened to that portion of the interview. I did not get that impression.
Did you listen or watch?
Both. No, I probably just listened. I watched it. I don't think he's going to pick her. And Steve Bannon said that he suggested to Trump that he pick a woman and that he doesn't think that's going to happen. So somebody with some amount of insider knowledge.
Tulsi. And
why can't you pick Tulsi?
Why?
I was just about to explain why. Because you're not going to. Trump needs to excite his base, and yes, there are a number of people in the base who would be excited with Tulsi, but I think a lot of them would not because of some of the things that she's. I mean, at the end of the day, while she's an independent Democrat, she's still a Democrat, and I think you're going to have a lot of people who are pushing back against that in the same way that they would if it were Tim Scott, in the same way they would if it were what's her name from one of the Dakotas, like even Marco Rubio.
Even
Marco Rubio. There's the hardcore base is going to push back against Marco Rubio because he's, I don't know, a neocon or whatever. Yes. So I think she falls prey to a lot of these same criticisms that these other folks would get, and that's why I think he is leaning to a Doug Burgum or to a Ben Carson because Ben Carson's been tested, has been with him this entire time. I think he doesn't want someone who's going to overshadow him, and he doesn't want someone who's going to get the base upset. He just wants them to shore them up. And I think that's why did he go with Mike Pence? Because it calmed evangelicals because he wasn't going to overshadow him because it was a safe pick. I think he's going to go with a safe pick. Now, that might be a woman. It might be a woman. I just don't know that it's Tulsi.
Well, first off, Trump's base is already excited no matter what Trump does. There's nothing that Trump can do that his base will be like, oh, what? Like Laura Loomer's never going to get off the Trump train, right? And Marco, if you're talking about exciting the Trump base and then you, in the same breath, talk about Doug Burgum, what?
I'm not talking about. Okay, maybe.
Oh, the boringest person alive.
I guess more what I'm saying is not turning off the Trump base.
I don't think the Trump base would be turned off by Tulsi Gabbard. I think that some of them be like, a Democrat, but I think at the end of the day, they'd be like, she doesn't like wars. We don't like wars. She hates Trump is always playing 4D chess, says Dane. Yes, and he's doing it underwater, right? So I don't think that the base is going to be upset if he did. He's not going to pick Tulsi Gabbard. I don't think. But
see, he literally just Dane agrees with me. He says I think he will pick a nobody for VP. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah, and Tulsi Gabbard's a loser.
But she's not a nobody. Everybody, she's not a loser either. I think that she's a perfectly fine person, but she's lost so many times is what I'm saying. She's literally a loser when it comes to presidential politics. And I just wanted to get Michael upset, and I knew it would, and it worked. He's mad.
Do I look
upset? Dane, who do you think they're going to pick? Please tell us.
Dane.
What I said.
I thought you said Dade.
No, Dane.
Yeah, I agree with. Well, I agree with a lot of what you both said. Nobody's going to. The base is fired up. They're not getting unfired up by his VP pick. The strategy with the VP is to shore up demographics or groups of voters who are not excited. So that could be neocons or establishment Republicans. You choose a Marco Rubio type. But I'm just saying that the way that this is going is you potentially have a all-woman ticket on the Democratic side. It's possible. It's not for sure. I don't even know that it's likely.
Gretchen Kamala.
I'm not going to speculate names, but
why not? You speculate names all the time, like every show.
Yeah, and what is the team? Because I think if Kamala is the top, I don't think she's
what
picking.
Did you say?
Kamala.
It's not. But everyone says Kamala. What do you?
No, everybody says Kamala. It's Kamala.
Kamala has to be the top of the ticket unless it's Michelle Obama at the top of the ticket, and then she keeps the Veep spot.
But I don't think Kamala is going to pick a female VP.
Why wouldn't she? What is she going to pick?
Well, if you're if you're a strategist in the Democratic circles and you know your policies are not particularly popular and that the demographic that you need to hold is Black Americans in particular and suburban moms, and you're like, what if we ran 2 women and just talked about women's healthcare rights or rights? Would that be a sound strategy with those 2 demographics? I think so. And then you're up against 2 old white guys in Trump and Burgum. It sets up a pretty dangerous dynamic for the Republican Party among suburban women. If you had a Tulsi Gabbard who's a little bit more moderate on abortion, for example, and a former Democrat, I think you can compete for those constituencies a little bit better than if you're Trump Burgum.
I think Tulsi Gabbard is the best choice for Donald Trump of the people that have been thrown out, right? Like, I think that she would by far be the best. She has a chance to pull people away from RFK, those independents. She has a chance to, pull some women, some suburban women. She has a chance to pull some Democrats. I don't think that she's not intolerable to Republicans. And again, Charles, why you love Doug Burgum is so weird.
I don't love Doug Burgum. I just think he's he does seem smart though, and a trustworthy person.
Right wing dad on Twitter got you good that one time.
In the same way that at early onset of the Trump campaign, Pence provided that kind of stabilizing force for what people felt might be a rocky presidency. There was he's time tested. He's rather conservative, evangelical. He's probably going to level things out. Now, if I think all the people that Kamala could pick as a vice presidential candidate, I mean, Hakeem Jeffries, I don't know if she's still registered in California, but Newsom would obviously be a reasonable pick for her. Whoever, Cory Booker, Bloomberg. I mean, anybody who ran in the 2020 primary.
Sheila Jackson Lee. Am I right, Charles?
Andy Bashir, Wes Moore, Shapiro. There are a list of people that she could choose, but she's not going to be top of ticket.
Are you talking about Ben Shapiro's sister?
No.
Who's going to be top of the ticket?
Somebody else.
Where do you think they're going to do that, at the convention?
No, I don't think they take it. I've always felt like it's going to happen post-convention, but I don't know. It's wild speculation at this point, but
I don't see them take. I can't see, unless it's with Oprah or Michelle Obama. I don't know how the Democrats take the person who is expected to ascend to the presidency, take that from a Black woman and give it to someone else and try to rally a Democratic base. I don't see how you do that.
According to the conservativetreehouse.com, Donald Trump Jr. will introduce President Trump's vice presidential nominee at the RNC convention. So let's start looking at who's going to the RNC convention. There's a picture of Burgum, Charles's favorite pick, Rubio, and what's the guy? J.D. Vance. That's his name.
Well, Trump said he might announce it before, too.
Yeah.
What's Trump gonna do?
Well, I don't know. Well, I'm looking forward to that. I think he's going to make the wrong choice, but we'll see. We'll see what he decides to do. Anything else on Biden, you guys?
Hold on a second. Who is this? Who are these ladies that Rubio's hanging out with? Who are those girls?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I don't know.
Look like he's convorting. He's getting around. Some Florida honeys.
Are they twins?
What?
Are they twins?
They've got twins.
That picture looks like it's from 1995.
Yeah,